There is a quorum. Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Nettleton, and myself are present, and Commissioner Flores just stepped out. Martin, if you'll do us the honor of leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Minutes.
Motion to approve the October meeting.
I need a second.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Wardlaw. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous, 4-0. Citizens' comments, we have one. Sandra Fuentes. Ms. Fuentes, if you want to come up.
Good morning. I was hoping that Commissioner Flores would be back, but okay. My name is, good morning, Judge Owens and County Commissioners. I am Sandra Fuentes, co-chair of the Board of Organization. We are here this morning to address item 15 on the agenda. The Board of Organization has been working on funding the women's shelter for a few years now. Thank you to the County Commissioners Court for its tremendous support, continuous support over the years. The City of Del Rio wants to contribute its financial support of the women's shelter as well. It's looking to do this by funneling its share to the county, and the county can therefore manage the money with Quad counties. The Quad County, the entity that oversees the women's shelter. This is a very good opportunity for both the city and the county court to support a very important program. But also, it is a very good opportunity for both entities to work together. So we highly encourage the Commissioners Court to vote in favor of item 15 and endorse that contract and issue it back to the City of Del Rio, and hopefully they will see it through as well and get this monies to Quad counties. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Item 6, discussion possible action on Texas CDBG 7216075, draw number 16, requesting $26,256.35 for construction costs and authorizing the county judge, the county auditor to sign request for payment, Form A-203, and attachments.
Move.
Need a second? Need a second, folks.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor? Aye. Commissioner Nettleton, Commissioner Wardlaw, 4-0 vote. Let it be known that Commissioner Flores just walked in. Item number 7.
I was held hostage.
Number 7, discussion possible action, TDA, Texas CDBG, authorized signatory resignation from A-202, adding Louis Jones Jr., County Judge, as authorized signatory for Texas CDBG 7216075, Water Improvement Project for Vega Verde Road and Paisano Road. Texas CDBG 7218075, Water Improvement Project for Rancho Brazil, Escondido Estates, San Felipe Pastures. Texas CDBG 7218026, Water Improvement Project for Ridgeline Community for contractual documents and request for payment form A-203.
Wow. Move. Second. Shorter one.
Motion by Commissioner Nettleton, seconded by Commissioner Flores. All in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Number 8, discussion and possible action on compensating county employees working additional hours during emergencies. We had actually done this, I believe, in 2015. Just for clarification, I'd like to get this done again. When our county employees go out on fire, especially our crews, precincts 1 through 4, if they would get paid for that time that they spend out there.
Make a motion.
I got a question, Judge. How much money are we talking about? Just regular pay
Regular
or
overtime pay.
time and a half?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Flores. All in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Discussion and possible action on funding for roads from Laughlin West Gate to fuel tanks.
It's gonna take about right at $100,000 to do this, and then we're gonna need some help from the rest of the court, for hauling the materials. We've already cleared everything, we're ready to start hauling base. We're gonna put in a few culverts in there, and then we'll do a 2-course, surface treatment on it, and you're looking at right at $100,000 to do it. It may be a little less, but right at 100.
So we can set 100,000 out of contingency. And, Commissioner Middleton, I think you were the one leading this project. If you would get, like you said, right now, he's gonna need help with hauling and the other commissioners to help. Is that gonna be a problem? No? I mean, with them coordinating to work with this?
No,
We should
if
be
you-
fine.
In terms of like the Open Meetings Act or whatever, no. If y'all are working on a project together, it's the whole general thing. You don't make decisions that are not.
Yeah, and the
brought before
decision,
board.
the decision to go ahead and fund the road and the decision to work together will be made right now.
Yes, so no problems.
Motion to approve.
Second. Commissioner Middleton, motion to take out the money from contingency.
Mm-hmm.
Commissioner Flores, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5-0 vote. Discussion and possible action on rotation of water trucks and equipment for fires. Can you come up, Mr. Garza? There's just for clarity, I talked to Mr. Garza, maybe. The rotation on this would be whatever incident we have, if that precinct would be called first. And then maybe if it's precinct 1, then precinct 2, if it's precinct 3, then precinct 4. But just to get an idea of how this is going to work, I know that in the past, we've had all 4 trucks show up and we really didn't need them. So if y'all would be okay with that. And the next thing is, maybe we, if the crews can get together with Jerry to make sure that our trucks will actually hook up to it.
I think we've made all of our, I think ours have already been fixed.
Yours, all the fittings should be, and I think precinct 2, all the fittings were there. Precinct 4, I think, was lacking some fittings on the last one.
Yeah.
But if we'll just make sure that our trucks, when we show up, that they'll hook up to
Well, there's a fire precinct 1 delivers, fire truck from the old fire station.
Okay.
We deliver that truck.
Okay. Well, if we'll just make sure that we sort of get on a rotation, that way we know what's going on. That work?
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all. That's it. We're good.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Mr.
it.
Patterson.
Discussion possible action providing property on Highway 277 for 4-H facility. Commissioner Middleton and myself attended a meeting with 4-H, and they had asked if maybe there was some property that the county could provide and help them with a new facility. And in order to get this thing started, we needed to see if the court was actually willing to do this. The property that we're looking at, Abner Martinez is looking to see how many acres are actually there. And it was the old shooting range. What's the name of the road? The road that goes
It's
in.
that old 277 highway that goes down there.
Yeah, it's the road that goes into the water. So if,
Yeah,
I'd like to have a motion.
I'll make a,
An old Caliche pit.
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'll make a motion to set aside the property for the 4-H shooting. This is actually gonna be a shooting facility. They're raising funds and looking for ways to add, skeet shooting, pistol, and archery to the 4-H deal, and it'll be a great opportunity. Last year, we had over 100 kids that signed up for a rifle. We only had places actually for 60, but we squeezed in 86. There's a need for additional facilities for these kids, so I'll make a motion that we work on an agreement with the 4-H to set aside this property.
Need a second?
Second.
There is a motion and a second. All in favor?
All right.
5-0 vote. Discussion possible action on monies collected from livestock pens. We've been collecting money as went. The court had decided, but it never was done. Just set those monies aside either to fix the pens or to, either rent more property.
Judge, I'd like for us to go back from when we entered into contract with USDA and accumulate that money and set it aside on a line item.
And this will be used strictly for the improvement of those facilities, right?
So now it goes into the general fund?
Yes, sir.
Yes, currently it does. For you in your,
Like 4 years, I think.
Yeah, there's 100 inside that folder right there. He just now gave it to us. Just that column in yellow.
Yeah, okay, 134,000.
And it wouldn't be coming out of contingency, it would just be coming out of, just moving the monies inside, within the general
within
fund.
the general fund, correct?
Just round it to a round number, set aside 100,000 and 34 for precinct 4.
And there will be no vote on that.
But Judge, didn't we do that when we entered into the contract? That it
We-
was only
We did it, the money just wasn't set aside.
Yeah, Frank never did do
So
it.
this way, just to clear it up. Your motion is to set aside that money?
Is that your motion?
Yes, it's a motion.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Flores, second by Commissioner Nettleton, all in favor?
All right.
5-0 vote. Discussion and possible action on initiating a 2% hot funds tax within the city limits as authorized by the Texas Tax Code. This 2% has been there, and, there is a concern about trying to put the money before a plan, but we missed out on, I think Matt, you figured out on the 1.2 million, that's what we were calculating the other day, just a ballpark figure roughly, that we've not collected. I would, if the court decides, we have a fee schedule or a schedule right now that we have with entities that we give hot tax money out. I don't believe this should be distributed the way that is. That is collected outside of this, it's a 7% that's collected outside of the city limits. That should remain the same until the court decides if they want to keep it. If this is approved to start the process, I believe that those monies should be put aside for the court to decide later on what we need, whether it be 4-H, whether it be sports complex. I think baseball fields right now, we have regionals and sectionals coming in. I would just, if the court decides to do this 2%, that we do not distribute those funds right now.
I agree. I think this needs to be a dedicated fund for improvements to facilities, to improve people coming to Del Rio. So I'll make a motion to implement the 2% and it to be set in a fund for special projects dedicated for either for 4-H, sports, or fairgrounds improvements.
I have a motion, I need a second.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Flores, all in favor?
All right.
5-0 vote.
Commissioner, now on that hot tax, that already is set aside.
No, I know, but I want
Control
to,
expenditures.
no, I understand that, but I want to make sure that it's for projects, not for division amongst everybody else. If this is strictly for
That already is
improvements.
controlled. We can control that.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the use is controlled by the statute, but we also give out a whole bunch of money. I want to make sure. we
Yeah,
don't
no,
give it
that's
away.
something that,
Yeah.
that is what is
Okay.
controlled. We can control that. With the present
And then the
situation that's set up.
current the current money that we charge outside the city, a portion of that is sent back to the general fund. We're allowed to keep, I think, 45%. for the
You
general
don't
fund.
have to transfer.
No, I
but
understand, you
can
don't
if
have
want
to. We currently just put it in the general fund.
No.
We haven't transferred that
No,
for a
it's
few
still
So
years.
it's still sitting there?
It's still remaining in the hot tax fund, yes.
Okay. Can that percentage be transferred into this fund? The 25%?
Yes.
Into which fund?
The one that we're going to
Move
move
that
to
one.
this.
It already is in there. There already is a hot tax.
Okay,
fund.
well,
No,
the main thing is that we don't spend it.
I'm gonna have an issue if you start combining it all together, because then when we start cutting up percentages, it's gonna get real difficult.
No, we can control the percentage that's generated outside the municipal. We can control that, so we can bifurcate the two
And
amounts.
we've had this conversation already, me and you, we've had this conversation. It can't be, whatever we collect outside of the city limits, the 7% we're collecting now, we have a schedule for that. Whatever we begin to collect inside needs to stay,
I just wanna make sure it doesn't wind up in a big pot, and then all of a sudden, we don't realize what part was what.
No, I can guarantee that won't happen.
And Commissioner Nettleton, you were talking about the administrative fee that we can put in the general fund. Do you want to put that in the,
I wanna put it in the construction fund, the improvement fund, not in the general fund.
Done?
You're too good.
Okay.
Number 14, discussion and possible action on remodeling the Commissioners Court. we've talked about maybe building a bench behind us or whatever where all of us could sit. And I'd like sort of, if the court would approve, maybe to begin that process to where we.
Can we get a set of plans or draw up something so we can kind of figure out what it's gonna look like or what it's gonna cost?
Some
or-
dollar amount, yeah.
And a dollar amount?
It shouldn't cost more than $1,000 if the crews do it. Y'all want a set of plans?
I want kind of an idea. My issue, my concern is this, and I understand the crews can do it, but my concern is this, is we have a lot of projects and I don't wanna overload a whole bunch of stuff.
I'll bring it back.
All right.
Item 15, if we can table this so y'all can look at the contract in executive session.
Motion to table, till the executive session.
A second. All in favor?
All right.
5-0 vote. Discussion possible action on appointment of the fairgrounds and buildings manager.
Judge, I'd like to make a motion
All right.
that we
Hold on.
table this.
Okay,
I'll second that.
okay. Motion by Commissioner Wardlaw, seconded by Commissioner Nettleton. All in favor?
All right.
5-0 vote. Discussion and possible action on support letter for a daily Sunset Limited Service campaign. There was a letter that presented to here to the county that they want, if we can get them a letter of support for Amtrak to run daily versus 2 or 3 times a week. And they just needed a letter of support.
Motion to approve authorizing the judge to present, to send a letter.
I need a second. I need a second.
You got a second.
Motion by Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Flores. All in favor? Aye.
I guess we got a little time.
Lupita Galindo, chairperson from Valverde County Child Welfare Board, submitting the names of Raul Rivas III to fill vacancies on the Valverde County Child Welfare Board.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Nettleton, second. Commissioner Wardlaw, all in favor?
All right.
5-0 vote. Commissioners Precinct 1 and 2, discussion possible action on, discussion possible action for authorization for Valverde County to set bid, opening date and time for Texas CDBG 7218-075 Waterline Improvement Project, materials only, and advertised for same. Bid opening date and time will be February 19th, 2019 at 2 p.m.
Moved.
Motion by Commissioner Nettleton, second
Second.
by Commissioner Wardlaw. All in favor?
All right.
Aye, 5-0 vote. Discussion and possible action upon review and approval of plans and specs for Texas CDBG 7218-075 Rancho Del Rio, Escondido, and San Felipe Pastures Water Improvements Projects presented by TRC Engineers. They are here.
Judge, good morning.
Good morning.
We have this morning, our presidents, TRC engineers, Mr. Craig Bell, and, they have engineered the water improvement project for both the extension over there in San Felipe Pastures and also out there at Rancho Del Rio and Escondido. They're here this morning to go over the plans and specs with y'all.
Have y'all already seen it?
No, I haven't. No.
Thank you. We do have plans and specs with us. Basically, we're requesting authorization to bid on February 19th at 2 o'clock for the water line project, as Carl said, Rancho Del Rio, Escondido, and San Felipe Pastures. It is a material supply only bid, so the installation would be done by the county, by county staff, county personnel, and that's the way it's been set up. So today, we're just requesting authorization.
This is in, whose precinct?
It's Rancho Del Rio, Escondido, and San Felipe. This would be Precinct 2 and Precinct 1.
Are y'all prepared to do this with your in-house crews?
I'll make a motion that be approved.
Motion by Commissioner Wardlaw.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Flores.
Well, I just want to make sure that he's ready. Are you ready to?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. 5-0 vote.
Thank you.
Just for the record, Commissioner Vasquez is ready. Martin Wardlaw, County Commissioner, Precinct 1, discussion and possible action on the lease agreement between Val Verde County and Bobby Paul for the use of Val Verde County Fairgrounds for the George Paul Memorial Bull Riding, April 26th, 27th, 2019.
I'll make a motion the lease between the county and Mr. Paul be approved for the bull riding.
Second.
There's a motion by Commissioner Wardlaw, seconded by Commissioner Flores. All in favor?
All right. Are we gonna bring back something to help them on, like we have in the past on the hotel motel for advertising?
I can bring it back. 5-0 vote. One minute. Item 22, discussion and possible action on the lease agreement between Val Verde County and the Darrell National Little League for the use of the Alcoa fields for baseball and softball.
Okay, Judge, could you tell us about that?
What do you want to know?
The lease?
Well, the lease is usually $1.
Yeah, the lease is $1. This is their annual lease that we always do.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion it be approved.
Second.
Caught me on guard. I'm sorry, I was visiting with Commissioner Wardlaw. Who made the motion?
He did.
He did. You made the motion and
Gus seconded, all right. He looked at me like.
I'm bailing everybody out with a second.
Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Flores second, all in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Sorry about that last sentence. Item 23, discussion and possible action on the lease agreement between Val Verde County and the Monster Truck Wars for the use of the Val Verde County Fairgrounds for a monster truck show, February 23rd, 2019.
This comes under my name, and I want to be on record as being opposed to this type of activity at the fairgrounds.
I mean, we need to have events out there, but what is gonna be the payment on this?
What is the dollars amount? It's $1,000.
Is
The
it
only thing that-
500, but
It's a one-day deal or
It's a one-day.
is it an event?
It's a one-day deal.
I think we need to relook at that because I know there is some additional cleanup because of this, the metal
We
and all
had,
the other issues.
These people actually come to us like 3 times before, and, when I told them that there was gonna probably be another fee, a deposit in case we needed to go in there and clean it up, they never did come back. And that might be something that we write into the contract, another $1,500 or $2,000 deposit.
Yeah, I mean, we need to make sure we have enough money in the event because you get metal in those,
Well, you wanna set up an extra $2,000 deposit?
yeah,
Add that to the contract?
yeah. I will make a motion to approve the contract at a $2,000 deposit, for cleanup.
Need a second?
Second.
We have a motion, and we have a second. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
All against?
No.
It's a 4-1 vote. Juan Carlos Vasquez, County Commissioner, Precinct 2. Juan Carlos Vasquez, County Commissioner, Precinct 2. I'll just say it again. All right. Discussion and possible action on the approval of reclassification of driver's positions, base pay. Well, discussion and possible action on the approval of reclassification of driver's position, base pay from 22 to 24. That item, it says reclassification of base pay, but you're not reclassifying base pay, you're reclassifying the position.
You're reclassifying the position or the pay?
You're reclassifying the position.
It sounds like it's pay
The
then.
position and the pay,
Well,
the
but-
base is at 22.
Yes, ma'am, but the pay for the reclassification is at 24.
Yes, sir.
So we'd be
So what are we gonna
reclassifying.
reclassify them to?
You're going from, truck driver to heavy equipment operator.
It would be light equipment.
Light equipment
I mean, I
operator.
didn't know that they were gonna be changed to light equipment.
Yeah, my understanding,
I know we
all we're
have-
doing is changing the pay for those positions.
We have 4 drivers. Precinct 1 has 1 driver. Precinct 2 has 2 vacant drivers. And then precinct 3, 0. Precinct 4 has 1 driver. It's already at the 24,000. So if we're gonna eliminate the driver position to a light equipment, then it should go in line with the pay.
But we can eliminate that position. I mean,
I
we
don't
need a
think-
truck driver position there because
But they can do everything.
I'm okay with it. My issue is this is a budget time issue of us looking at these, and I'm a little concerned about opening the door and doing it out of the budget cycle.
And I agree with you, Commissioner. The only problem is that we have a new elected official coming in.
No, I understand. I mean,
That, he wasn't here during the budget process.
And I think the only difference is that our light equipments are a little bit higher than the 24,000. I believe they're 24.
And I mean, I understand that, Judge. I mean, you know, when I first got elected and came in, I was in the same situation, and the pays are the pays, and I think we have this problem countywide, and I think we need to look at a complete plan across the board. If we open this door, now, I don't think you're gonna close it, but that's just my personal opinion.
I commend Commissioner Vasquez for supporting this. I support it, but I agree with the budgeting process.
Well, and my biggest concern is that these positions, a couple of them, one of them has been open for a long, long time just because we couldn't get nobody in 22. And we're sort of, again, we're tying people's hands by not doing this. I would recommend that, you know, whatever.
I would personally be more comfortable, if we're gonna do this, to reclassify the driver's position to a light equipment operator. What do we budget for light equipment?
Light equipment's like
24,207.
24,207.23.
And do it that way, then adjust the pay of the current position.
And that's the way this was gonna read, so if, this.
And that would fit into the budget.
Yes, and it'd be a reclassification of the position.
Yeah, and we did do that last 2 years ago, or.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done it
We
before.
got rid of
I
the
mean,
driver.
Was that a motion?
classification.
that was a motion.
I need a second.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Wardlaw. All in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. Thank y'all.
So just for the record, we're reclassifying the position of driver to light equipment.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Gustavo Flores, County Commissioner, Precinct 4, discussion and possible action on Texas CDBG 7218026, draw number 4, requesting $6,038.25 from KSA Engineers, invoice number 73995 for the Ridgeline Community Waterline Improvement Project, and authorize county judge and county auditor to sign request for payment form A203.
Judge, I'll make a motion to approve draw number 4 and have the judge and the auditor sign.
Second.
Commissioner Flores made a motion, Commissioner Nettleton seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 5-0 vote. Joanna Montemayor, County Assistant Health Inspector, discussion possible action on getting RFPs and/or RFQs for plating.
This, in my opinion, would be an RFP, not an RFQ, because it's not a professional services.
Okay.
And what you're looking for is somebody that can come in and review and do the plating part for the county.
And
That's it.
help me, yeah,
Yeah, with the plating.
just,
Is there classes in schools out there?
I believe there is.
There is.
One of the things that we've run into is these classes, the specific questions that she has, she's not getting trained on. So if we could get somebody to come in on specific questions.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to approve the RFPs,
We'll come back to that for it.
and then once we get a RFP with a price, then we can go from there.
I have a motion, need a second?
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Flores, all in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Joe Frank Martinez, County Sheriff, discussion possible action authorizing Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez to accept 13 personal body armor systems from the Texas Department of Public Safety.
Move.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Flores, all in favor?
Aye.
That's quick. Jerry Russ, Fire Chief, discussion possible action to accept a donation of $500 from Amistad Heating and Air Conditioning.
Move.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Flores, all in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Aaron Rodriguez, County Treasurer. He's here. I'm sorry about that. That came out.
It's gonna resist.
Yeah. Monthly Treasurer's Report, this is the one that needs to be signed?
Yes, this is your official report.
Why do we have negative balances on some of these?
Why does that question always come up? That's always like that. Matt, would you like to explain that?
You have on the bulletproof vest, you have a negative 15,000. You have on cash TD HCA 7214013, you have a negative balance of $2,181.
Infrastructure.
And then you have Texas Transportation Infrastructure, 20,000.
No, that's just the way grants run, and reimbursing grants. We're owed that money.
So we've already spent the money,
Correct. When the money hits, and then we'll wipe it out, so we'll be whole.
so we don't have we have a grant fund that we fund them out of in the beginning, right?
Correct.
And then, but you have them divided out into line items, so
We
we
have
receive
provided
the
out
money.
just for
Okay.
easy tracking. Absolutely.
Okay.
Got it? I'll entertain a motion.
Move.
Commissioner Nettleton, need a second. Commissioner Vasquez, did you say yes? Okay, Commissioner Vasquez. All in favor? All in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote. You did good there.
Wait a minute.
Like Martin, yeah, nobody said, give us more information. Juanita Barrera, County HR Director, number 30 HR report.
They're all in line?
Yes.
I have a motion by Commissioner Nettleton. Need a second.
Second.
Commissioner Flores, all in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Matthew, County Auditor, monthly auditors, monthly county auditor's report.
How are we doing, Matt?
We are doing, in accordance with what's passed on the budget.
Motion to approve.
In your packets, like you noticed we had one.
Mm-hmm.
Just
We're
one.
doing good.
You got, your elected officials are doing phenomenal.
This is the only one that we didn't have. Your boxes?
Yeah.
Those are one of the ones, yeah. Y'all got that earlier, like, on the report? The money for precinct 2.
He's gonna take care of it.
Okay. I need a motion.
I had a motion.
Second.
Commissioner Nettleton, Commissioner Flores, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 5-0 vote.
Thank you.
We need to go to executive session.
Yeah, we get that.
Anna Markowski Smith, County Attorney, executive session items that may result in action in open session thereafter. Anna Markowski Smith, County Attorney, requesting an executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code 55.1.071, parentheses 1. Consultation regarding contemplated litigation and possible action in open session thereafter. Item 33, Anna McCoskey Smith, County Attorney, requesting executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.071, parentheses 2. Consultation with the consultation which is governed by the attorney-client privilege and possible action in open session thereafter. 34. Anna Markowski Smith, County Attorney, requesting executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.72. Consultation to deliberate the purchase, exchange, lease, and value of real property, and deliberation in an open meeting would have detrimental effect on the position of the government body in negotiations with a third party. We're going into executive session, boys.
So like, when you get into that, like, the brown sugar and stuff, it does. Was it at the flavor? Okay, I will. Not really.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Hey.
Court is now in session again. There was no action taken in executive session. We'll move on to item 35, approved subdivision tax. There is none. Approved certificates of compliance. There is none. Approved monthly reports from elected officials. Second. Motion by Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Flores. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 5-0 vote. Approved bills for payment.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Commissioner Flores, Commissioner Nettleton. All in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Commissioners' comments? Is there any? Huh? We're good? County judge's comments, FEMA will be here tomorrow, is that right, Carl?
Yes, sir.
At 8:30 to go over with the commissioners, for roads that were damaged. Hopefully this will work out. Thank you. And then one other thing, just for the sake of transparency, we have department or elected officials that have given employees leave, with pay. It is the elected officials' discretion. They have every right to do it. But, just for the sake of transparency, I think our constituents, when we do that, should know. So this will be something that I will make sure that our constituents understand that our elected officials are doing.
Judge, but I think the proper term is that not necessarily that they have the right, they have the discretion.
I said discretion. Yes, ma'am.
But then you said they have the.
Well, okay. You're correct, Donna. We can go back to item 15. Discussion and possible action. Thank you. Discussion and possible action on interlocal agreement with the City of Del Rio for funding family violence protection and prevention services.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
A motion by Commissioner Nettleton, I need a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Flores, all in favor?
Aye.
5-0 vote. Let's go back. Also, Anna just reminded me that today is National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, so thank you so much to law enforcement. Thank you. Item 41, there's no more action. We are adjourned. Thank you.